Hey everybody, welcome back to another Godzilla Battleline video, and today I have for you the logs for Monster X slash Kaiser Ghidorah. It has been, what, 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, since Kaiser Ghidorah has joined Godzilla Battleline, almost a Marvel Snap, has joined Godzilla Battleline, and we haven't found the logs. Normally, you know, if you're on this channel for a long time, you're watching these videos, we find the logs for the characters, I would say within a week. I think maybe the longest we've gone was Evangelion Unit 0. I think it took us the whole month to find a piece of her. But nevertheless, I'm here with the Monster X logs. Now, there are a lot of new players to the game in the last month, or at least new players to my channel. So let me break down for you what we're looking at here, okay? Over the course of the 2 years that Battleline has been out, a little more than 2 years, my Discord and myself have cataloged every log in Godzilla Battleline, okay? Every single log, every single story, and you can predict exactly what monsters you're going to be getting in your expedition maps. So for those of you who don't know, your expeditions, when you're in your menu, have the text above it. You can actually scroll through them and you get a story. So these that we're looking at right here is an example of Burning Godzilla's logs, okay? So you can scroll through when you go to your expedition page. There's the map, and then there's a little bit of text. You can scroll through that text. It'll tell you a story. It's not going to tell you the story of every monster in your map, but for example, if you have a platinum map, the purple one's legendary map, it's going to tell you the story of the 4-star monster that's in that map. And say you got a 4-star in a gold map or a silver map, it will tell you the logs for that 4-star. The logs for the maps always will be determined by the highest rarity monster in those maps and then the order in which they appear. So say you can get 3 characters in a map. So let's say the first one is G89, the second one is Megaguirus, the third one is the Kamacuras, that's 2 golds and a bronze. It's going to pick the first gold in that sequence, so your logs would be G89, even though Megaguirus is already in there. I was almost going to say Mogera. So what are we looking at here? This is the pathway. Here's a key. I'm not going to go over it too much, but if you want to take a look at this, the link is going to be in the description of this video, as it always is. We were taking a look at Monster X, and he is right down here. He is joining the Ghidorah Club. I actually had to adjust this portion of the pathway to compensate for everything connected to this green block. So normally characters will have their own unique series of messages, like most of the characters over here. These are unique. I mean, like, this is shared between these two. Like, this is unique, this is unique, this is unique, this is unique, this one. You get the picture, right? You know, all of these guys have unique stories here, but they share this green one. The Godzillas have the most connected logs out of anything in the game, right? There's so many units that share, like, the same log. There's one unit over here that is close to... It's the Evangelions. All the Eva units, you know, they all share similar logs as well. Same with the Godzillas. The Godzillas have the biggest bracket, so it goes Godzillas and then the Evas. The Ghidorahs are coming up. We got 3 Ghidorahs all connected to the same log. So the first log, the first text piece that you would see if you got a Ghidorah would be right here. A dark figure blocked out the sun above us for a mere moment before flying off into the distance. We resolved to hurry after it. Now this is the identifier for flying monsters, so we can come down here. As we continued our pursuit, we heard a booming roar from the direction where the figure had flown. Comes down to this one. Progressing further, we came across some kind of crash site. It was clear something of astronomical proportions had fallen from a great height. So this log pretty much has every flyer and every monster from space connected to it. So we'll follow this down a little bit. There's Fire Rodan. Here's the Gigan's, Stealth Bomber, Missiles, Hedera, Megaguirus. Now we're getting to the King Ghidorah territory. So we follow this pink one. Oh, that should not be there. Let's just move this up. Cool. Follow this one all the way down. Investigating our surroundings, we found not only signs of a fall, but also rows upon rows of trees that had been mowed down. Could this be the work of our gargantuan creature? So, we got Ghidorah 2019, Ghidorah 90 whatever, 94, 91, I don't remember, 1991 I think. Monster X and Rodan 64, because he is part of this crew. So, Monster X right here. We have observed multiple spherical red lights in the distance. Something about their arrangement strikes me as odd. Now, normally, did I put a comma there? Normally, with these expedition maps, they have little references. So when I first read this, I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is referencing the Azilian spaceships. But when I came down here, it reads, I gazed up in awe at a thing too bizarre to even call a creature. Is that a JoJo reference? Realizing perhaps too late that the red spheres we observed earlier were not, in fact, lights. The red spheres are, of course, his eyes. This is not the right size. There we go. The red lights are Monster X's eyes. So there we go. If you don't even have to read this whole thing. But these yellow logs are identical always. I think the only time they're exactly the same is for Godzilla 2004 and Godzilla 89. So, if your final logs mention red orbs, it's him. It's Monster X. There are some other characters that mention red something in their logs. Godzilla Ultima mentions red dust, just like in the Singular Point show, and the Eva units will reference red sand, referencing the fourth impact from the Rebuild films. Okay? The red orbs mentioned in the logs are his eyes, okay, is Monster X's eyes. I guess you could say maybe Kaiser's too. I don't even know if Kaiser's eyes are red. They probably are, but Monster X's eyes are for sure red. Those are the orbs that the logs are talking about. If you just read that your logs have red orbs in them, it's going to be him no matter what. That is the log path for him. Shout out to Discord for finding this one. Sometimes I find them on my own, but 9 times out of 10, maybe 8 times, but 9 times out of 10, the Discord finds the logs. And again, if you want to read all of the logs, technically this is lore. So if you want to also read all of this lore, the link is in the description of this video. And if you want to help contribute to it someday, join the Discord. And when you get a legendary expedition, you let us know what those logs are, and we'll see if we can track it down for you. So, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.